Slam with your boy Napoleon B. Mike,
Hold on now.
and
You know, no, no, that's not how
and
we
we
do
gon-
that.
we gonna start off with the B. Mike freezer. Today's freezer is is about the Kiki Palmer, and I don't even remember what her baby father name is. And Darius.
Dang! Not you saying he's so irrelevant. He's the one who made her
He
that much
is,
more famous, talking about you're a mother. And she is a mother.
but he's irrelevant now because, for one, he's abusive.
What?
Yes,
Dang.
he 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 is abusive. So it's wild because at first I don't know, I was kind of rooting for him until I found out that information. Um, because they kind of seemed like a good couple, but once I found out that information, I was like, nah, get him out of the limelight, get him out of the limelight.
I mean, getting him out of the limelight means Kiki needs to break up with him because she's the one who gave him fame and
Well,
attention. What's
well,
the
she
story with
did.
the beauty?
Um, I'm not even really sure of the whole story, but there's pictures on. I should have saved them, but I didn't want that mess in my phone. Um,
Okay.
but um, there's pictures on Twitter of of the of like a home camera. So it's like one of them sky view cameras, and it's like you can see like the screenshots of them like kind of tussling, but it's him just picking her up. I think I didn't even all I saw was Kiki Palmer's getting abused, and I just was like, oh damn.
Dang.
But so send him to jail. Send him to jail.
I mean, she has to press charges. They have a baby. We don't know because,
Send him to
you know,
jail.
I mean, yeah, I think he should be in jail, but it's one of those things where we don't know the dynamics of people's relationships. Like, that one clip got released, but that may be their dynamic. Not excusing
Mm-mm.
it, but I'm just saying, like, they
Them
could be
they're both
fighting and
abusive.
they need to stop.
I don't believe that. I don't.
Okay.
I but until I hear the full story, Team Kiki.
Team
Rest in peace.
Kiki for sure. Um, Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, ah, just to think she procreated with that man, that they
Exactly.
can't just break up. I mean, I guess they
Well,
can, but
what other grounds are there for breakup? But besides that, that's
yeah, but when you have a child, I feel it becomes more
that's
complicated.
it is.
You have that
But
baby asking, "Where's my daddy? Where's my
he's in
daddy?"
jail. He's in jail. I sent
And
him to
then you
jail.
have to struggle with, okay, this person did this to me, but they're not this person to like who we created. You know what I mean? So, um,
But who's to say he won't be?
true. Well, let's keep Kiki in our prayers. That's a very dangerous situation, and hopefully she can continue to heal from that and protect her family.
Yes, because yeah, it um our number one fan just sent it to our Instagram. So I'm looking at the stuff now. So it's like it's just send him to jail, Plain and simple. Until I hear the full story, Team Kiki. Um, but and that is Be Mike's freezer.
Ooh, freezer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for that, freezer. I'm getting my monologue ready right now, and I have a story that's not really related to my monologue.
Okay, K Bros.
So my story is about young workers complaining about work from home depression because they feel isolated because they're always in the house working.
Yes.
Some other topics we're going to talk about on the show today include childhood pastimes. It's the holiday season. What are some things you used
Yes.
to do, and what are you looking forward to doing?
Mm.
Also, we've got some poetry news with TayDZ around 9:30. And
Yes.
we're going to do our signature slam at the very end. So stay tuned for the topic on that.
Stay tuned, y'all. We'll be back.
You're listening to Poetry Slam with Bellz.
And your boy Napoleon B. Mike.
Yeah, so we just came back from B Mike's freezer and we're going to get into K's monologue.
Yeah. K's monologue. Let's go.
This is called Thug It Out. I've got too many problems now. Don't tell Hove, I'm way past 99, digging through my penny jar looking for a dime. Just one more, I can make another $1. Just 10 more, I can afford a Caesar salad. My hair is heat damaged, full of dandruff and itchy, feeling mean and witchy because the shampoo girl didn't wash it properly. Here I am, up to 10,000 pennies, swole up tread. I put bread down on my beauty, only for some broad at the salon to snatch my money, bend my neck over the wash tub and slap my face with her breath humming. I try to support Black business, but I don't have a lot of sacrifices left. I'm down to the last $20 of my paycheck. I'm waiting to be up. I step. Oh no, I can't turn the page yet. I've got this many more problems on my tab. Hair gel spread from roots to ends, stuck in my head. Trying not to stress is no longer on the docket. Focus is in absentia. Vision is the only light I have left. Decided in the mirror, my reflection is mean mugging. My action is thugging. First hour of the morn, my war chest is on. I am intelligent, creative, confident, optimistic, trusted. My gut says all the work, success, mental toughness adds up to protect that power. It doesn't fit in life's budget. The world can't balance my thugging. Hard work, God's first blessing. Justify it no matter what the struggle is. Thug it out. That's what Jesus did. And if you end up dying, well, who isn't? Bellz.
Not a breath humming though.
Look, when somebody is within like 2 feet of you and they're standing over you, there's not a lot of places for air to go.
That's facts. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
But whew, her breath was humming though.
Offensive in more ways than one. It's like, dang, you know you're gonna be working with people today. You know, mouthwash.
Or don't eat onions.
Drink some water. Sometimes if you're dehydrated, that makes your breath stink.
Yeah. But thug it out. Don't tell Hove I'm over 99 pounds.
Okay, yeah. So just the other day, I learned that Hove is one of Jay-Z's nicknames.
Okay, you late.
Oh, I know I'm late, but like, okay, so this
you are beyond late. You are.
Okay, so for those who don't know, because I talked to a few people about this and they didn't know.
What?
Hove,
Hold up.
Yes, they didn't know.
So you're not the only. Oh wow.
Now, okay, most people know Jay-Z as Jay-Z because, to my knowledge, that's his first name. But like Hove came later, and Hove is actually a short of his other nickname, Jehovah. And like the way he says it is a play on the name, or like the other name for God, Jehovah, like as in Jehovah's Witness, like you know, God.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that makes sense. But
you're late. I
mean, look,
you're not.
he didn't put me on late, but I learned because he did an interview with Shannon Sharp, and I'm a big DJ Khaled fan. I read his memoir a few years ago, and he was talking about Hove on his song "God Did," and he has a very powerful verse in that.
You're not just late to the party. You missed the party completely. Like,
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that for real. Glad to be on
You,
now because he's still making hits. It's still relevant
hope,
information.
hopefully, you inform the other misinformed people, um, who are also late, who also missed the party, missed the train. They, yeah, they missed their whole work day because they missed the train.
Well, you know what? Some people don't even have the luxury of getting on the train to go to work. There are a lot of young people who are in a work from home slump, describing it as isolation and numbness or like work from home depression. And it's because they're missing human interaction. And even though they're missing that, like some people still don't want to go back to the office. I bring this up as a topic because for the past few weeks, we've been talking about like the hustle and bustle of work and how like tiring it can be. However, being at home and working can have its own exhaustion issues as well. So it's like a question of which would you prefer, working outside of the home or working in the home? And do you think the problem is what you're doing? Like if your work is fulfilling enough, it won't register as exhaustion.
I I thought this during COVID. The work from home slump. I didn't I didn't know many people during COVID. So if somebody was busy, I was just stuck at home. Um, and then there was not much going on because it was COVID. So I really like just missed the human interaction, the interacting with my professors in person, all that. And I really feel like if I worked from home, I would feel this too because I'm not an introvert. I'm not. And I also feel like it also has something to do with whether or not you feel your work is fulfilling. Because if you don't feel like your work is fulfilling, then you are gonna feel that like work from home slump and miss the human interaction. Because you can
Yeah.
you can talk to your coworkers over the phone all the time if you have that number or if you have an email thread or whatever. Um, but like being in person talking to coworkers about how sucky the job is is much better than being home and being like, I hate my job.
Ah! I mean, alarm, laptop, sleep, repeat. And you know what? That need for communication, when you communicate with somebody in person, or even if you can be face to face, you get so much more information and interaction because you can
Yeah,
like see their body language, their facial expression. Like that's a part of like our language. So you're
yeah,
really missing a lot of information when you're just talking on the phone or you're just texting. Like texting, you don't even get tone of voice.
yeah. And like that's why I like FaceTime because FaceTime you can see everything. You can see the person's body language. You can see the person's. You can hear the person's voice. You can hear the vocal tone. The vocal tone. You can hear all that. So FaceTime is very like useful tool and very what's the word? What's the word? Oh, anyway, um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
effective. There we go. I think I don't know, but we're moving on.
Okay.
But what about you, Kay? What do you think? What? How would you feel
Oh,
if you worked from home and if yeah, if you worked from home?
I think I feel fine because I'm an introvert, so I like being by myself, and I feel I often do like a lot of things by myself anyway. And like when I do go to work, like sometimes I am like in the office alone, and I actually like that. And then other times there are people in there with me, and I'm like, there are people with me today. Like I have to mentally prepare for that. But when I'm in there by myself, I'm excited for that. So, so I actually don't mind, but I also like what I do. So I think it's still that element of work, whether you have the comforts of home or you have the familiarity of an office. It really depends on what you're doing because when you're working, you're going to spend a lot of hours
Yeah,
working because you're
yeah,
literally making a living. Um yeah, and I thought this topic was interesting because work is work and you have to make of it what you can. Like you have to get your own fulfillment from anything you do.
yeah. I definitely like, but see, me being a introvert, I mean extrovert, I mean not being a introvert. I feel like I would have, I would be like, I hate this job. Uh, I don't got nobody to talk to. I don't got nobody to complain to my job with. Like, I just feel alone. Like, it was just, yeah.
But you
And
know what?
what, what?
Oh, I mean, now that the holiday season is coming up again, and there are so many more events that promote people coming together. We have Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, and of
Yeah,
course, there's Christmas. Halloween just passed. I mean, whether you celebrate it or not, a lot of people use it just as an excuse to like dress up and get together with their friends.
yeah,
When I was a kid, I used to go roller skating a lot with my family on the weekends, like even when it wasn't the holiday.
yeah. Um, I just used to play video games. Well, at least when I got older, because when I was younger, I'd be outside on my bike or just outside doing whatever. I didn't really have friends around the neighborhood, but I was just like I was either outside or inside playing with yeah, wrestling around with my younger brother, and it was just fun. Like that's all I did.
Yeah. I mean, to this day, I mean, I used to ride my bike outside and I used to like go rollerblading. There were some neighbors that had rollerblades and they taught me how to do it. And we would like skate outside, like on my dad's driveway and like on the road. Like somehow, some way, at some point, they stole a cone. I wasn't there. Like they were sisters. They did their thing. I just came by like every other weekend, but they stole a cone and they kept it in their like apartment hallway. So when they wanted to skate on the street, they would put the cone. It's a one-way street, so they would put the cone at one end so that cars couldn't drive through, but like cars would still try to drive through because it's a neighborhood and people would be like, the heck is this single cone doing here? You need to let me through and move this.
Right. Exactly.
But skating as a kid used to be so fun. And this holiday season, especially if you're local to Baltimore, they're going to be doing a pop-up roller skating rink, and it's supposed to be like a throwback to like the 90s and early 2000s of when like skating was much more popular than it is right now. Of course, people like our age took up the hobby like during the pandemic, but it's still going on. Like skating is still having its resurgence.
And also, also in White Marsh, the pop up. Well, it's not really a pop up because it stays there for a little bit. But the ice skating ring across the the little strip from the across the street from the movie theater. That comes up every winter around this time, or every winter. So if you want to go ice skating, go to White Marsh, unless you got a ice skating rink near you.
Oh wow. Okay, that's super cool. I know what you're talking. Honestly, I'm not really good at ice skating. I feel like it's a lot of work, but roller skating, yeah, I can get with that.
I have never ice skated in my life, so I know it'd be like Bambi out there.
Oh, dang. I feel like it's kind of dangerous, or like at least when I've done it a few times, I always imagine slipping and somehow my foot like ends up near my neck and I like cut my neck or something like
You
that.
know, I've actually thought about that. Like, what if you slip and nobody's paying attention and you fall right in front of somebody? Like that would be the end of your life, and you would die doing ice skating. But
um Yeah, so the pop-up coming to Maryland is called the Roller Wave, and it's actually traveled to cities like Atlanta, Houston, and Los Angeles, and it actually started in Brooklyn. Um, the person Martin, who's bringing it to Baltimore, says Baltimore is a unique and vibrant city like New York. So if you're looking for something to do during the holiday season, come to Baltimore and see what we have going on. But the vibe of this is supposed to be like retro disco.
yeah, I've actually heard on the radio there's this '70s party going on, and 70s dress is required to even
Yeah.
enter.
Oh, to enter? I know that's right. Because you know what? Sometimes you have to dress the part. You have to respect the event. Like it's so much less fun. I feel when you go to like formal events or like a dress up party and you see like a group or like a substantial amount of people who didn't even
Yeah, didn't
dress up.
even try. I really like whenever there's a theme party, and I actually go because I don't go to many parties, but like whenever there's a theme party and I actually go, it's like if I see somebody who didn't even try, I'm like, bro, why are you even here? Why, like you could have just stayed home.
Okay, so I wrote a little poem inspired by roller skating.
So
um,
we gonna hear your poem, then we're going to go to the poetry news with TayDZ. Then
okay, awesome. This is
then
a shorty.
then we're going on our 5 minute break, and then we're coming back and doing the slam.
Okay.
So let's go.
Roller skating. My feet hurt because my overskate. I need to start over. Sorry. I'll pull it up on my phone so I can read it better. Roller skating. My feet hurt because my skates are open. One more time. One more time.
Come on, Bellz, get it together.
I know. Roller skating. My feet hurt because my overpriced skates are too tight. Went skating anyway. Rolling through freedom. Rolling through freedom. I just want to skate dance. Escape from adulting. Bellz. All that performing poetry. Sometimes the little ones can just get you.
Yeah. Now,
TayDZ.
TayDZ is in the building.
Ain't no warning,
got-
ain't no nothing. Like,
Got
We
your
got
head down. Oh.
we got TayDZ in the building, fresh from work.
like I'll sit there. Y'all don't even say we about to bring in TayDZ right now. I would have been like,
Oh, you would have been alert.
yeah.
Okay.
Y'all should do it again. Actually,
Whoa! You know what? You're right. You're right. TayDZ is in the building. We finna bring him in right now. Hey, TayDZ.
yo, what up? It's your boy TayDZ. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Tay.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Yes, I just got back home.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
We see that. You're still in uniform.
Yeah, Tay. You gotta you can't be representing them right now, Tay.
Well, if I take this shirt off, we might get banned off YouTube. So
We don't want people to
It's
know
not-
where you work, Tay. You know, you got fans, Tay. They might try to find you, Tay.
you're right.
You know, you
So,
gotta get
I'm a-
paid from this, Tay.
we ain't gonna pay you for stripping on camera though. So we had to take you off camera.
I see something I haven't seen before, and I'm gonna throw $1 at it.
I'm gonna make it drizzle. Throw pennies.
I don't want your money, B Mike. Keep your money.
What do you have for the poetry news for us today? TayDZ.
Well, folks, B Mike, Bellz, and of course the listening audience. Crazy news. If you are either a young millennial or like a member of Gen Z and you frequent the internet, your favorite internet site where you get to meet weird strangers and other characters is gone. Omegle is no more. It has been officially wiped from the internet. The creator Leaf, he said, yeah, the shoot, it's becoming too much to keep this site up, y'all. In case you didn't know, Omegle, popular site from like 2009 to even this year, like people still use Omegle. And Omegle's one of those sites that people use to talk to new strangers, new people they never met before, people they probably would never have a chance to meet, people from their neighborhood, people from across the world. Like Omegle was a very, very fun site. You would meet characters on that site, like some weird guy playing his guitar in a weirdly like a dimly lit room or wearing like a unicorn hat. Like you'll meet a person like that, or you know, maybe someone wants to show you their art. I remember I used to go on there and be like, "Yo, show me some art. Like I want to see what kind of art you got, yo." Like
some people will show other things as well.
Yeah, be Mike. That goes.
I mean,
goes to the other part. The other side of Omegle was that there were some very creepy adults, and there were a lot of kids on Omegle, unfortunately. And when weird adults and kids mix, the worst happens. And it kept happening. And Omegle got a lawsuit, probably several lawsuits, but definitely the most recent one is the lawsuit that basically made Leaf have to like get rid of the site. It was becoming a hassle. Like too many people were, essentially getting like abused on Omegle, and that's unfortunate. That's the very unfortunate part about the internet. Now, I always had good experiences on Omegle, but at the same time, maybe it's because when I was a kid and a grown man from Albania decided to go ahead and like, you know, pull out his piece in front of me. You know,
When you say peace, what you talking about peace?
he pulled his piece out. He pulled
Yeah,
his, he pulled that thing out. Yeah, man.
You talking about an eggplant?
He pulled out his eggplant. And you know, sometimes they would skip you immediately if you weren't a girl. God, I feel so bad for any girl on that website, honestly, because you were a target. And as I got older, I would frequent the site. I would like go to the site every like once in the blue moon. I'd be like, if I ever came in contact with someone who I knew was younger than me, I'd be like, yo, be careful on here, bro. Like, be careful on here. This site's not like you see even up here, like, don't get pervy. They made an adult section, right? But the problem was, if you were a creepy adult already, you're not going to the adult section because you already knew what you came here for. Like, that's the worst part about Omegle. That was the worst part.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And it's like Omegle and sites like that can be really, really, not even like really just it can be risky.
Always. There's a lot of like Omegle type sites and apps out there.
Monkey's another one.
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason that one got shut down too, because I mean, I don't see it on the App Store anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them got shut. A lot of them are either shut down or taken off app stores. I remember the original one was like Chat Roulette. If people remember Chat Roulette. Same principle, honestly. I mean, it's just unfortunate because I met a lot of good people on that site. I met people, bless you, Kayla. I met some good people on there who I'm still friends with. Like, they were really good people. So it's like, you know, it's unfortunate. I don't. What?
You're good at making friends, though. Okay. My Omegle experience, I didn't go on there and make friends. I went on there with my friends, and like we would video chat on there. Like, we would try to find each other on Omegle. Like, when the random was taking too long, we would put in a keyword so we could find each other faster. But you're definitely right. I do remember the people who misused it, and I'm not gonna say the stuff I saw on Omegle turned out my little 15-year-old mind, but I saw some stuff on there that I never even thought about. Like, I don't think I should stay online. But
yeah, I've personally never been on Omegle.
Really? You didn't teenager them then? Huh? You didn't have teenage years.
No, I did. I just was outside or.
Oh. B-Man was out touching grass, y'all.
Yeah. I was either touching grass or beating up my younger brother.
Oh.
Dad.
Police. Yeah, he's right here, police. Incredible. But yeah, like, that's the Omegle news. I'm glad especially you, Kate, I'm glad you shared your experience. Like, yeah, a lot of us got introduced to Omegle through some teenage friend who was like, hey, there's a site out here called Omegle.
No, like, they weren't even really trying to put me on. They were like, oh, you've never heard of Omegle? And I was like, no, I haven't. And they were like, oh, let's try it. It was more of that sort of thing. And then I went on there and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But I definitely understand why the creator shut it down, because the internet 10 years ago is not the internet of today. In terms of like how people, in terms of like how many young people are on social media and how they're targeted,
Also,
and
yeah,
just the culture.
like older predators were, you could get away with things back then you can't get away with now. Like even beyond Omegle, if you were part of the stick cam like generation, or you just want, like I said, like chat relay, like those like websites where you could basically join chat rooms, and like there'd be like grown adults in those chat rooms and they'd be pressuring kids to do stuff. So yeah, it's like, yeah, so like when the person who dropped the law, like who dropped that lawsuit on leaves on Omegle's head, she said that Omegle was where she met her abuser, and she was essentially stuck in this like abusive internet, like, you know, bribery, like blackmail, whatever, you know. And it's actually more common than you think. Like, even I watched a video where this girl, I don't know if y'all, I can't remember her name. Was it Amanda Todd? I can't remember her name. Might be somebody else. There was like the teenage girl who like, like ended her own life, because she was caught in like this internet, like like this internet, like one of those little internet things where the guy will be like, yeah, you better keep doing this or I'll release this stuff to the internet. So like, yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm glad, like, it's good that it's gone, but I do kind of like, I'm glad I experienced the good side, and I'm sad that other people did not experience that. But real quick, I will say my experience on Omegle was essentially, my favorite thing was me and a friend were on Omegle late at night, and
Late at night.
it was late at night on Omegle. We came.
That's when you use Omegle. Like in the daytime, it was dry as heck.
Yeah, you gotta use it at nighttime. That's when all the Tunisians and the Lithuanians were out.
I think that's why I avoided Omegle, because of the creepy side. Because nobody want to see all that. Like,
you had to take the risk. You had to take the risk. I'm sorry. You had to take that. Like the risk was there, but like the games were also there. Because like I said, me and a friend, it was late night. We're on Omegle. We came up. So like I decided. I told my friend, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play a joke with the next person we come across. So basically, I hide. My friend finds someone, and he strikes up a normal conversation with that person, right? It's a normal conversation. And I come in like I'm breaking into his house. I'm in the background of his camera, like I'm breaking into his house. And I come up from behind my friend, and I pretend like I'm choking him out on camera, like I'm some criminal coming in. I do
like a snuff film.
Like I'm literally ending him. Like I'm literally ending somebody's freaking, soul in front of someone, and I throw him down, and like the dude on camera can see my friend's like lifeless body, and I run away, and the guy on camera is just like, dude, you okay? Dude, you good? And then he just skips, because when you see somebody possibly pass away in front of you, you just sort of skip and move on with life, right?
Yeah, that was the thing about Omegle. You would see a lot of crazy stuff, but you'd be like, I don't know what that was, but
I'll talk to you later, bro. So yeah.
Oh, Tay, did y'all ever come across the same person like after y'all did that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not that specific moment, but I have seen the same person multiple times in like one Omegle session. So yeah, it was just one of those days, I guess. It was one of those things. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's the Omegle thing, and yeah. And then to briefly go over the next piece of news, I'm going to do it very briefly. So, strike news. SAG-AFTRA is out of the strike. They're done. It's over. The studios have given them a new $1 billion deal. Essentially,
$1 billion
a $1 billion deal.
after they lost $1 billion.
Either the company's off the billion, they're going to give out $1 billion deal to SAG-AFTRA. And basically,
Okay, SAG.
you're going to get paid for participating. You basically get a bonus from being in a streaming content type show. Substantial increases for pension and health caps, quote, above pattern minimum compensation increases, pay increases for background actors. For all you, I was in the background of Marvel's The Avengers. For all you people, you're getting paid more, a little bit more. Contract provisions for protecting diverse communities, and major provisions for consent and compensation from AI. Basically, that was the one thing I guess they had to compromise on. Basically, they're gonna probably use your likeness in some type of AI thing, but they have to pay you.
Oh
yeah, that's your image. Like that's. I feel like
I-
it could be illegal
Mm-hmm.
not to use someone's likeness and not pay them or like ask them for their permission.
Yup. Mhm.
That's why college superstars now are getting able to get deals.
Yeah, you can't be using somebody's likeness and then not pay them. That's grimy. It's grimy, you know.
Exactly.
And to kind of go off on a small little thing here, it's funny how college people who were against paying college athletes are like, it'll ruin the integrity of the game if we pay the athletes.
Mm-mm.
And now you're paying the athletes now even more, and now they're more invested in going to college now. They're not just going to skip college and go straight to pros or whatever the heck. So yeah, that's good. So that's good. So like, you know, it's one of those things where studios had to compromise on that because they do want to use AI of people.
That's
You know, it's hard to fight the incoming thing of AI, but you know, it's going to. You just have to try and find a way to adapt to it, and try and find a way to get paid from it. Essentially,
I don't want to see AI be my Bellz or TayDZ.
I want to see an AI.
I hope they get paid. I hope if they are some out there, I hope we get paid.
Wow,
because we deserve it.
I hope they pay me.
I hope they pay me.
And you know, as a closing note for the SAG-AFTRA thing, so the two big guilds, the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild, have gotten their deals. So we are currently now done with the era of the entertainment strike until next year, because IATSE's contract is coming up next year.
Oh my!
And the animation and the Animators Guild contract is coming up next year.
Yes.
So hope the studios do what's right,
so they can avoid another strike.
before they can avoid another massive Hollywood shutdown. Don't kick off IATSE, please.
I am part of IATSE, so don't piss us off. Yeah.
All right, B Mite, IATSE member.
Well, not officially.
You are a below the line worker,
but I do. I do like want to do that stuff. So if you're listening and you have a movie you're trying to produce or anything, hit me up for the boom mic operator.
All right, B Mite. Look, man, put your want ad somewhere else. Anyway, so Mr. Potential IATSE, potential WGA, and potential Producers Guild right here. Only one who got a deal immediately along the Directors Guild, by the way. So, anyway, that was Poetry News.
Hey, thank you, Tay.
Thank you, TayDZ, with the Poetry News.
Anyway, I gotta go shower before my hot water goes away.
All right.
TayDZ.
All right, TayDZ. It's time for the slam.
Woo! So the topic is headlines. If there were a headline about you, what would it say?
Ooh.
And what would be included in the corresponding article?
You want to go first? Okay.
I mean, I presented it, and B Mike, you kind of gotta do a poem
Oh yeah,
this
yeah,
show. I mean, I kind of
yeah.
been ripping poems
Okay.
this show,
You're right. All right.
so I'll give you the prompt one more time to help you out. If there were a headline about you, what would it and the corresponding article say?
Napoleon B. Mike wrote someone in a corner, trapped them in a box, prevented them from getting out. They don't know what else to do. They call the police, and it's the events of the 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 order of events is all screwed up. We don't know how it happened, but he wrote somebody in a corner. They're stuck. They don't know how to get out. Fox News. Beat right.
Bellz, that would be the only thing it would say, because that's the only thing that's needed. The title of my name, because it describes itself. I'm indescribable. I think my story would say something like, one of the greatest ever. A poet, a writer, a creative person, a producer, a dreamer, a visionary. I think it would say just a small bio for my life story, because I haven't lived a long life yet and I'd like to accomplish more. Bellz would be my headline, because that's who I created. Bellz.
Napoleon B. Mike kills someone with a pen, not literally or figuratively. They died after reading one of his poems, had a heart attack, collapsed. It's motive unclear. Fox News.
Your verses aren't taking anybody out. You're having a hard time thinking them out. Let me tell you something about a headline in an article about Napoleon B. Mike, because I think you got it wrong on this part. It's not going to say any murder story or anything about violence. It's going to say something about, I saw what that guy did. Fox News. But you know what? Let me get on to my headline, Bellz. This is what I'm going to tell you. My story is going to be something great. It's going to be something like Lauryn Hill, because my trademark is ghetto superstar. I'm the celebrity, well known among them all. And I'll be known and remembered just for my name, because I'm that amazing. Bellz.
Bellz showed up 12 hours late to concert. Nobody showed up. That's what your headline would say. It would be a disaster. Tickets on sale. Free. just to get people to show up, they would be amazed about how many people didn't show up. Open seating everywhere. Fox News. Be mine.
Bellz, let me spell it out. KAYBELLZ. That's me. And my headline says, look at me. I'm shining. Bells ringing. I am one of your greatest memories. Bellz.
Bellz. Book signing. All books on sale. Line. Walk straight up to the signer. Nobody shows up. I'm sorry I have to do you dirty like this, Bellz, but you said my lines aren't murdering anybody, but that's not true. My lines are murdering you. I may take a while to come up with my lines, but they still have a punch. They still have power. They still reach through, grab your heart, stomp on it. Violence may be my answer, but it's not the only one. Pen game so strong. Sometimes I struggle, but it's all good though. Fox News.
Murder. You spent too much time outside. Murder. That's all you've got on the line. Murder. That's all you've got on your mind. Would you please, Napoleon B. might find something else to write, because Bellz is the headline, and I've got plenty of lines all about poetry and flowetry and the nice things that I can think about slamming. Bellz.
Napoleon B. Might.
B-Mite! Slam!
All right. That's the end of the slam. That's the end of the slam. I had another line too. Take it.
Say it. I mean,
Nah. It's already gone.
Slammed it away.
We will find out who the winner is of the slam in the comments after y'all watch this video. Let us know who won the slam. It was a fun show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it and enjoyed the information that y'all got. But that's the show. This has been Poetry Slam with
Bellz
and your boy Napoleon B. Mike. Good night, everybody.